Republican politicians continue to spew ignorance about abortion. In a recent fundraising email, for example, Senator Tim Scott said a lot of things that weren't true. So let me read some of that. He wrote, "If we don't take back the Senate, Dems will pack the courts, give DC statehood, grant abortions up to 52 weeks, and Republicans will never win again." Huh. Okay. Now, for one, packing the courts, based. Great. The conservatives, again, they're no longer concerned with real things, with actual constitutionality, and they're activist judges. Now, Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, and Coney Barrett also lied under oath in order to get on the court. So now, as far as DC statehood sounds, that's fantastic. Why don't we throw in Puerto Rico? Also, great. I mean, as for abortions, well, that's where he makes no sense. Because according to Dr. Meir Shah, Chief Medical Officer of Planned Parenthood Hudson Peconic, pregnancies only last about 40 weeks. It is not logically or medically accurate to say that people can be pregnant at 52 weeks, let alone seeking an abortion. Again, if you're having an abortion at 52 weeks, that kid's already out. That kid's like 3 months old. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. Do they really think that people are waiting up until birth? Well, let's just go back to where they say, oh, they want abortion up to the moment of birth. Oh, really? Up till that moment where the baby's about to come out, they believe that the woman changes her mind to say, oh, you know what? This was a mistake. Shouldn't have done that. Didn't really want this baby after all. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. No, that's not what happens. No, the vast majority of abortions are performed during the early months of pregnancy, and the times where it does happen later, because it does, is usually due to a medical issue with the fetus or the mother. And so that's an issue. Women are not waiting until the baby is like half out and saying, oh, no, I want an abortion. But Tim Scott's comments are even more ridiculous because, again, 52 weeks, that's 3 months old. A 3-month-old infant. Killing that baby wouldn't be an abortion. That would be murder. And we have laws against that. It is not an abortion if a child is already born. And I think it's funny because for a side that loves to claim that liberals, that the left is redefining language, they sure love to redefine language, to redefine words. These are the same people that called the torture of Muslims, for example, enhanced interrogation. They also say funny things like capitalism breeds choice and innovation while ignoring the fact that nonstop mergers under capitalism have made it so that about 3 companies manufacture and own about everything that you buy. Or that if you give enough money to the rich, it's going to trickle down. No, hasn't yet. Now, getting back to Dr. Shaw, she also added this. It is comments like this one that underscore exactly why medical decisions should not be made by politicians. Well, 100%. Tim Scott's not a doctor. He is part of the government, and he is trying to insert himself between you and your doctor. And I think that's, again, that's sort of the whole point. It's not about being pro-life. It's about being pro-control. Now, here is one thing that Tim Scott in that email is actually right about. If the Democrats actually did the things that they said that they would do, Republicans wouldn't win. They wouldn't win elections because they're not running on anything popular. They're running on manufactured culture war. That's it. Again, and it's not because the Democrats would be doing anything nefarious. No, their policies are just more popular. Again, the majority of the country disagrees with the right wing on policy issues. Abortion, for example. Most of the American people disapproved of the court overturning Roe. They believe that women should have freedom of choice. They believe in freedom, because we're the land of freedom. On economic policies, people also say, yes, we would like free health care. We would like the government helping poor people. We would like lower prescription drug prices. We want to end the war on drugs, legalize marijuana, on social policy. People favor LGBTQ rights. Of course. But see, here's the thing. Since the right wing's ideas, the Republican Party's ideas are not popular, then that means Republicans have to lie. They have to lie about the positions. They have to lie about the science. They have to lie about the other side. For example, Virginia GOP congressional candidate Yeso Vega doubted whether women can get pregnant after being raped. So this is, again, the whole Todd Aiken thing, right? Where you have Arizona GOP gubernatorial candidate Karen Taylor Robson saying that it was extremely rare. Now, of course, we all know that's not true at all. Pregnancy from rape does happen, and it is not extremely rare. Just one of the more things that they lie about, but they also lie about, again, post-birth abortions, which, again, is not a thing. It's just murder. But some Republicans, including Scott, have used that lie to push legislation that would protect so-called babies born after a botched abortion. These measures, which could turn doctors into criminals, are unnecessary because, as Vox explained, a live birth after an abortion attempt is an extremely unlikely scenario, and if it does happen, then laws already exist to protect that infant in such an instance. So what this is entirely performative and a way to continue to achieve political gain without actually having to do anything to help the average working person. Because again, as I've mentioned, the Republican Party at this point, I mean, again, I think its conception is that it was just a way to be able to make sure to concentrate money and power into the hands of the rich white elite.